Well, hello everyone. I cannot believe that I'm sitting down to film my September TBR. How is it not like July? And yet I am thrilled because that means that it's fall, like officially, and I can bring out all the fall decor. Barry cannot stop me anymore. So here we are. Let's chat about everything that I want to read in September. The stack is not overwhelming if I'm being honest, but I really want to get to all of these books, and a lot of them are dark academia. So let's dive in. First book I'm desperate to read this September is The Secret Place by Tana French. Now, I think this is the 5th book in her Dublin Murder Squad series, which you guys know I have been absolutely enjoying. I actually don't know a lot about this book other than it takes place at a boarding school. I think something terrible happens at this boarding school, and our main character, the detective on the case, goes to the boarding school to obviously uncover the mystery and the crime, but he himself has links to this school, and so I don't know that if that's gonna like interject or interrupt or damage the case itself. I can't wait. It's on my Kobo, it's all ready to go. I am ready. Next is a book that has been on a million TBRs, but it must be read this September, and that is They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. So we follow Dr. Clark, who is a professor at Gorman University, and every single year she spends the year, yes, teaching, but also really racking her brain and studying the men at Gorman University. And she decides to kill them off. Anyone who is inappropriate, who is doing bad things, she decides to kill. And I love that premise. I don't really read a lot of like serial killer books, especially about women serial killers, and that just sounds like fun in, you know, a really warped and twisted way. I've heard that if you like Promising Young Woman, the film, which I adored, then you'll like this. And so I think this should be on like a 5-star TBR. Oh, I haven't done one of those in a long time, usually because I don't end up reading the books on the 5-star TBRs because I get so intimidated by them. But maybe it's time. Maybe I've grown up a little bit and I can do this. This would be on it. Let me know in the comments below if you'd want to see that. And then, well, you would know that this would be on that. Anyway, let me know. So I want to read They Never Learn for sure. Another dark academia book, and this one comes by the wonderful writer of Ruth Ware. This is The It Girl, and it follows the demise of a woman named April. She is a student at Oxford, and she, along with a big group of friends, are incredibly close until April is murdered. Now, it sounds like April's boyfriend ends up going to jail for this crime, and it is discovered years later that he might not actually have done anything. He might have been innocent this entire time. And so we follow Hannah, and Hannah is a friend of April's, and she is racked with worry and fear and just confusion about what actually happened then to April, and she starts to dive into the mystery, and that just sounds so fantastic. A very similar sounding book is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. This follows very similarly a group of friends who are very, very close at school. They went to university together, and they were close until their friend Heather Shelby was murdered. It's been a decade. They've all kind of moved on with their lives, except it seems one person, because one person has orchestrated this strange reunion of the friends to go back to their university campus and they're bringing them all together because they're aiming to find out what happened to Heather and exact revenge. I guess someone thinks that someone in this little circle of friends murdered Heather. It sounds really good, and I feel like I'm the last person on earth to be reading this. Ashley Winstead has a new book that's out that I've heard pretty good things about too. So I'm really hopeful that I'll like this and that I'll have more books to read by her. So fingers crossed for this one. I think these are all dark academia books, pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, the last book is The Murder Rule. No one is innocent in this story. And this follows a young law student. She is working on a case for a law firm to try and save an innocent man on death row. And she has them all fooled. She has them all thinking that she cares, that she's dedicated, but in the end, they're completely wrong, and her aim is to bury him. Like, what is her tie to this man? I'm assuming he has done something terrible to someone she knows, a family member, I don't know. But I've been meaning to read this as well. So these are all of the dark academia books that I really want to read. Okay, first of all, I didn't really notice that they were literally all dark academia. They all are. They really are. But that's my TBR for September, so I will be in like full-blown back-to-school mode in a creepy way. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below, what are you planning to read in September? Are you also apparently on the same bandwagon as I am with the whole dark academia thing? Or do you like start picking up horror now? What are you reaching for at this time of year? And I will talk with you very soon. Bye!